Alright folks, this is going to be my last hole. It took me forever, but can you see down in there? Can you see what the Anfibio missed?
Came to this country in search of a dream, with the means of a pauper but the heart of a king. His spirit held riches and treasures unseen, but he'd never known love in his life. So when things got trouble too hard to take, he tipped his hat to the ladies, bid them good day. He packed his belongings, went on his way, saying, I think I'll just journey on. Special hid deep in her eyes, promised to love her, she'd be his bride, and he finally knew love in his life.
Hey folks, welcome to our channel, Family Treasures Metal Detecting. Thank you so much for clicking on the video here. As you're probably well aware, you saw the thumbnail. You know we're doing some test videos here with the Legend, and it's not anything very scientific, or it's not the nail board test. It's not the rusty old nail 3 or 4 inches above the silver dime. It's not that. It's just me taking the Legend, this multi-frequency detector, to places that I've absolutely pounded with my high-end single frequency Anfibio metal detector, and just seeing if the Legend pulls out items that the Anfibio missed. And for me, that's how I determine, folks. That's my gauge. That's my measuring stick. Just to see if my new detector, is better than the one I have, or my the one it's going to replace. So that's how I determine it, and that's why I'm doing these videos. I said before I got the Legend, that's how I was going to do it, and there were quite a few folks that actually subscribed during that time. They're probably kind of wanting to know the same thing. I'm assuming that's why you subscribe. But here we are. This is number 2, as you've probably already seen. The one came out, I had that little bitty, maybe if that 20 by 30 foot area that I had just absolutely hammered, and I still had, in that area, 4 really good solid tones. One turned out to be a wheat penny, and for the life of me, I still have no answer to why the Anfibio didn't hit it. It wasn't out of its range. I know that. It was maybe, 6 inches deep, if that, but it wasn't, it wasn't out of its range. I can assure you. The Anfibio goes deep. It's a deep machine, by the way, and it's not that I'm not happy with the Anfibio as to why I got the Legend. I got it because you always hear about, you've heard for ever about multi-frequency, and it goes deeper. Well, we're going to find that out together. I still got, this is number 2. I still got about 4 or 5 more videos to make, 4 or 5 more sites to go back on to see, hey, is this detector better? And I'll make that conclusion when I get done doing all these sites. But getting into this one, just so you know, on my settings, again, multi-frequency, I'll probably keep it the same. I may play around a little bit, but field mode, multi-frequency 1, my sensitivity, I was able to run it all the way up. My noise cancellation, I think on this one was 3. I can't remember exactly if it was, but my recovery speed, I set at 5, and I'm a 4 tone. And so on this site, or this, in this video, I go back to the place that the video I entitled Golden. I found a really big 10 karat gold class ring. I spit it out. but it was missing the top, and I couldn't figure out where it even come from, so I couldn't even get a start on trying to replace it, or I mean return it. But that said, that's where we go back to that place, and in this video here we actually find quite a few things that the Anfibio missed. And so you know, I don't know if that's something you want to hear or not, but to me it's good news, because again, I know how I hunt, and so it's good news to me, because I just spent over $600 on this machine, and I want to know, hey, is it better? Has this been worth it? So for me, it's good news, and I don't hope I'm not a spoil alert, but that said, it does pretty well, and I got just a little bit of area left. I don't know if I'll make another video there, because from what I did find, it is telling me, hey, the Anfibio missed stuff. But anyway, let's get into this. For now, I'll tell you that if you can, wait around to the end, and I'll give you some final thoughts about my second hunt with it. And I'm not going to draw a conclusion from these two videos, or these two places, or these two hunts here. I'm going to do that until I get all the way done with every place I got to go back. And so that said, hang around in the end. I'll give you some final thoughts about this place. And then also, before I go, if you haven't subscribed, would you consider doing so? It's free, don't cost you. You get to see some awesome history dug up out of the earth. I normally don't do test videos, and so once these are done, I'm going to try to get them out as fast as I can. By the way, I'm not going to wait a week and all that. I'm going to churn them out as fast as I can, but I want to get back to hunting, and just finding stuff and finding cool items and history, and hope if you enjoy that, I hope you would subscribe. All right, but let's jump right into this, and again, stay around to the end. I'll have you some final thoughts. All right, but have a good day or night, whatever time you're watching. Enjoy this video. Bye. All right, folks, we're at this place now, and we're going to test a legend here. This is where I found, I entitled the video that for that time Golden, and found a big old class ring in this yard, and a lot of cool other things. One Indian, so a couple cool tokens, a little Girl Scout ring, probably about 3 or 4 pieces of silver, a couple necklaces pieces. And so anyway, it was a pretty cool yard. There's not a lot here, not a lot of yard, and goes down here for a little bit, wraps around the side. The back is real trashy. And up in that corner where I found the ring in that side, it's really hard to dig. It's got a bunch of like a little root. I can't explain. It's like probably bushes was there, or some kind of bush was there at one point or something. But anyway, this is where we're at. We're going to give it a shot, and hope you enjoy. And we'll see how the legend holds up to the Anfibio, and what the Anfibio may have missed. All right, so here we go. Thanks for watching. Bye. Well, I am pretty happy, because I just pulled out this. Looky there. Yeah. I think it's in pretty good shape too. Yeah, that was a good signal too, and I don't know how I missed it from with the Anfibio, but I sure did. Alright, we'll keep it going. We got much daylight, but thanks for watching for now. Bye. All right, here we are back here where I found the big gold, and I've missed a nickel too, just a modern Jeff, but hey, still missed it. All right, doing its job so far. Thanks for watching. All right, folks, this is going to be my last hole. It took me forever, but can you see down in there? Can you see what the Anfibio missed? I mean, folks, it took me probably 10 minutes to get down in there because of the roots, and I just scraped away the dirt, and that's how she lay. That's just a Washington, but man, it was screaming. Oh, it was worth the effort. I thought it was a good signal. 19 and 40. Boy, I'll take that. I'm gonna check, make sure. Yep, that's it. But man, that was a screamer. It was bouncing up in the 60s. Once in a while, I hit 60 on that, and that's as high as them VDIs go. So, Ooh, that was a workout right there, folks. All right, well, hey, this legend's paying off, isn't it? First silver, first Indian. I can't beat that. All right, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Hey, we're back at this place today, and I just found something else the amphibial missed. Now, I will, full disclosure here, when I did hunt this was all grown up, so it may have been, that I couldn't have got up in here, but I do think that the grass line started there, and that stuff wasn't grown out, so, but I just want to say that. I want to be fair, but I did find a hem weight. So that's awesome. It looks like it's got a couple holes in it besides the... Yeah, I think it does. Wonder if somebody... I don't know, let's have to look at it when I get home. But anyway, thanks for watching for now. Bye. Alright, folks. Legend sniffed something else out that the amphibial missed. Now this was kind of a faint tone when I came across it, but I do believe that's my first V-nickel for the year, 1911, and that side looks pretty good actually. But full disclosure here, okay, when I went over that, I'll be honest, I forgot the VDI. It seemed like it was a little higher than 25, but it may have been down there. No, it was like 30 something, okay? It was 34. That's what it was. And so I wasn't thinking nickel. But then, no ferrule check bars. I cut the plug, open the plug, flip it over, scan it again. This time I'm getting a good signal, of course, and the ferrule check is, the bars are going all the way, almost all the way over. So, I don't know. My pinpointer's still going off, so it's possible, that there's a nail in there or something, and, making that part go off, and I'll find out here in a second. But, yeah, I just want to video that and tell you that. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Bye. Alright folks, I just want to show you this was in the hole, so I don't know if that was setting the ferrule check off or not. Something else I just want to say while I'm thinking about it. I have a Nokta Macro Pulse Dive pinpointer, and something you got to watch out for is that even at this distance, it's setting my pinpointer off. And usually I didn't have to have my amphibial so far away, but here it's setting it off. So just a kind of a word of warning if you have a pulse dive. I don't know what everybody else is running as far as their pinpointer, but keep that in mind. All right, thanks for watching. We're back. And full disclosure, I hunted this, and the bushes, this bush was full, so I always try to get under stuff, but I may have missed this. As you can see, I got a buff. And, this is twice now. I don't know if it's, going to be a pattern, but it's twice now that the ferrule check came on, and it's been a nickel, but this time it had nickel numbers. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to dig it, because I just want to see what that ferrule check's seeing. And, anyway, this pops up. See if I can get a date. Maybe later. It's kind of not looking like it, but I rub it one more time before I hang up the phone, right? I can't see nothing. You might be able to see it, but anyway, I just want to mention that second time that ferrule checks come on. I don't know if that's, you know, something that within a nickel that's doing that, but hey, I'm glad to have it there. So I'm gonna make sure nothing else in my hole. All right, I'm gonna let you go for now, though. Bye. I'm back here and had a good signal. You can see I dug the china and stood back up. I thought, man, I kept pulling out iron after iron, and when I, you know, had a good signal, it was like, you know, hitting up 50 sometimes, but the ferrule check wasn't working. Well, when I stood back up and swung, I looked down and saw that, and I don't know what we got, but I'm happy with it all the same, because I can tell you right now it's silver. Merc. Yes, the Merc looks like it's bent. I ain't gonna worry about rubbing it. Let's see what we got. 38 D. Well, I'll take that. It's about dark. And that was, you know, it was a good ways down there, because I dug a lot before I, you know, I had threw out a bunch of stuff, or before I threw out a bunch of stuff, you know. And I just kept getting the signal, I should say, with my detector, and then, because I stood up back before, one time before, just make sure I still had a signal like that. But anyway, I can tell you how deep it was, but I'm glad I found it, and Fibule missed it. All right, thanks for watching. Bye. I'm gonna make this my last signal, but I think I just dug a coal scatter tag. Not for sure which one this is, which company. I think it may be, oh, I don't know. Can't tell if it's Freeman coal or Ziegler coal maybe. But I like coal tags. I used to work coal mines, and so I just like and grew up around coal mining and coal mining area, so I like them. I hope it's one I don't got or have. I should say it like that. Well, you watch my videos. Two things I never claimed to be. First, a cameraman, and second, that I got a good grasp of the English language. I slaughter it. I wish I didn't, but I do. Alright, well, enough mumbling. I got to go. It's my last signal. I'll talk to you later. I'll see you later. Bye. Hey folks, welcome back. Thanks for watching. Hey, let's get into some final thoughts here real quick. As far as, you know, the nickels go, again, all three nickels, the ferrule check went off somewhere, you know, in the process of digging that hole or before digging the hole. Every nickel had iron in it. The V nickel first, it didn't show ferrule check at first. Flipped the plug, then it showed ferrule check, or that meter lit up. And so I, you know, got in there. I thought, well, I got the whole plug, you know, found the V nickel. I was like, oh, good. And then, you know, as you saw, I, you know, after I turned off the camera, I checked again. I found that iron. And then, you know, that was a 34 on my VDI. And then I got down the, you know, detecting around the corner, had a 24, which that really is the average on a VDI as far as the legend is concerned. And, you know, then the ferrule check was going off. And I thought, well, you know what, I'm just going to dig this and see what, you know, the ferrule check, what, you know, it's hitting off of, and just investigate it. I dug it, and then to my surprise, it was a nickel. So there was, you know, iron in that hole. And I thought, well, maybe that. And then so, down, a little bit later, I get, another 24 signal, pretty consistent. And the ferrule check's going off. And so I thought, well, I'm going to definitely dig this one because, I dug the last one, it was a nickel. And of course I did. And it was a nickel. So you can take that for whatever it's worth. But, I don't know, is the iron in the hole causing the ferrule check to go off? I do not know. I hope to figure that out, but I want to mention that. I want to also mention that be careful with your pinpointer. I use the Nokta Macro Pulse Dive, and I've noticed that I have to move my detector further away from my hole than I had previously with my Anfibio. Of course, you can't have it real close anyway, but if when I dig a hole, I put my shovel in the ground, I leave my detector on it, and then I get down with my pinpointer and find out, find my target. Well, if your coil's ever been real close, chances are your, coil has made your pinpointer false. And I've noticed I've had to move my detector further away because it's causing my pinpointer to false. So watch out for that and keep that in mind. Something else I'd like to mention is that you folks that have a detector that you've used for a long time, you can pretty well, don't have to even look at the VDI. You can be swinging and hear and understand that's a coin by sound, just by the, the nuances of the tone. Well, I've noticed, this is only my second day, but I've noticed that I've picked up on the coins really easy because if you have it or get it, if you'll, just listen, there's like this, it's hard to explain, like a snapping, real, crisp high tone that just, it kind of pops. It just, if you will, chirps real loud on the, kind of, it seems like it's on the backswing, when you're going across, but it's a real distinct chirp, or a pop like of a high tone. And every time I've had that happen, it's been a copper coin, a weed, a memorial, or silver. And so I just thought I'd mention that. And so I'm kind of happy about that because, with my Anfibio, it took me a while to kind of understand what the, to figure out what the coins sounded like in the Anfibio with the nuances and stuff. But I've noticed on this, I've picked it right up. I do believe it's only second day, but that said, it just seemed that way. And so anyway, kind of overall thoughts, hey, I found quite a few targets here. Is it me? Is it the Anfibio? I don't know. I got 4 more places I'm going to take this to and just keep testing. But, man, I can tell you that, I said it in the video, the hem weight could have been covered up. I don't think so. The buffalo, it could have been, blocked by the bush. But I always try to swing up under stuff, so I don't know about that. But man, the Mercury, the Washington Quarter, the Wheats, the Indian, folks, them were out where I detected, and I gridded all that. It's not, most everything I found was in the curb strip, in between the street and the sidewalk. And even back when I hunted before, that's where a lot of the stuff I found was right there. It's not a great big front yard at all. It's mainly just that part from, on the other side of the sidewalk to the road, which isn't very big. And so, I don't know. So far, my thoughts are I like it. I really, again, like how quiet it is, how it doesn't false. With the Anfibio, I would always be, knocking my gain down. I would sometimes, a lot of times, I would switch frequencies from 14 to 20 kilohertz. I tried to avoid 5 because it ate my battery. But that said, hey, it is what it is, and it seems to be doing good like that, and I like that, and I like how quiet it is. And so I don't know if that is something that you've noticed with the Anfibio if you have one, but it sure seems like it. With mine, it falses a lot. Not a lot, but you always hear stuff, and this one didn't do that. Doesn't do that, I should say. So far, so good. And but anyway, hey, I think that's about it. Like I said, I got 4 more places before I determine. We got a snow coming on Friday, and not sure how that's going to affect me getting out and how long it's going to be, and how much is going to be dumped and all that. But anyway, I hope this video is a help to somebody, and if you're deciding from switching from single to multi, or you may be switching brands, you know, from one multi to the Legend or whatever, I hope this helps you on deciding that. But so far, so good. I have really enjoyed using it so far, and right now, if it goes deep, and you know, if I can figure that out, I'll stay with it, because you know, just for you know, not having all that noise, and so I really enjoy that. All right, well, again, I'll get off here. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you'd consider doing so. It's free, don't cost you nothing. You get to see some awesome history dug up out of the earth as well. All right, but in the meantime, you have a great day or night, whatever time you're watching. Bye.
Came to this country in search of a dream with the means of a pauper.